Yo, what's up guys, Leon Blitz here, back with another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. Today we actually have another developer letter talking about some very big changes coming to the game. Developer letter 4, they posted this on their Twitters at like 3:10 in the morning. I checked at 3, said okay, nothing's happening, went to sleep, and then of course 10 minutes later they upload something. But it is what it is. End of this developer letter, we'd like to share some info regarding the Star Collection system and hero acquirements. Please find the details here. Before we delve into that though, shout out Stray McCole for the music. Been using all their stuff. Sounds great. Make sure to check them out. So if you actually go to the website, Developer Letter 4, thank you so much for your continued support of Squadra. In this developer letter, we'd like to share some info regarding the Star Collection system and hero requirements. Please note that details are still being discussed internally, and any new information presented here may change in the future. With that in mind, we like to maintain transparency as possible so that our players can confidently enjoy Squadra. Let's start with our original intentions and aims. Star Collection, intents and purposes. I've already read all this, so I'm going to just give a summary. This is them basically saying, yeah, this is why we made the Star Collection system. And they're like, okay, yeah, we see now that it just wasn't being enjoyed and people found it complicated. I can maybe see it complicated, but mostly it's just frustrating because it mostly ties into hero acquisition, which here they talk about why they made the system that they did. And they literally say here, player sentiments have made it clear that the current convoluted experience simply isn't fun. With that in mind, we're currently working on changes and improvements. So we have some improvements here. We have long-term improvements. So they say, we believe that Squadra is in need of a new system to replace the Star Collection and its current shape. The team has hard at work to provide a more easy to understand elastic system to satisfy every player. This change to the Star Collection will also mean a new method of hero acquisitions. Please note that this new direction we're working on will not mean an instantaneous way of acquiring new heroes for all players whenever they are introduced, or allow players to hoard in-game resources so they can save up and immediately acquire said new heroes on the day of their appearance in-game. Our objective is to lessen the confusion, streamline the experience, and provide an easy and understanding system that allows players to have long-term fun while pursuing goals where they feel their time and efforts are respected. Because we do hope that players will still devote a certain degree of time and effort to acquire heroes. These changes will not be available overnight. They will be large-scale changes, and such will require multiple seasons for it to be implemented in-game. Short-term improvements. We understand that big changes taking a long time does not exclude us from doing nothing in the meantime. Updates and changes below will be made in the coming weeks so that our players would not feel as though they can't enjoy Squadra in the long run or as though their current playtime is wasted. 1. Implementation of weekly rotating missions that reward a hero. Increasing hero memories received from battle results. Adding more events that reward Zenny and hero members. Upgrading the items available from the daily shop. Increasing Zenny available from reading the news, and more in consideration, and will start from December. In closing, they just talk about, we hope you stay with the game as it goes on for longer. They're talking about Squadra Blast and Broly, and just hoping they're thank you for your support. So let's talk about this. Let's break this down. So the Star Collection, we're all aware of it. I don't have it actually pulled up, which is funnily enough. But the Star Collection, the system that you use to collect characters. It's the thumbnail of this video. This road, right? You upgrade your heroes, and you further along this kind of forever battle pass, and eventually you'll get capsules, Dragon Ball acquisitions, and characters. This system made hero acquisition impossible because of this tab right here. There's different tiers of tabs. There's this kind of tier 1 tab, there's a tier 3 tab, a tier 2 tab, and then a tier 4 tab, right? The problem with this system is, for free-to-play players, it would take way too long to progress in the Star Collection, and there are so limited amounts of tier 1 and tier 2 unlocks that unlocking some of the newer hero characters would take way too long. Like, it's a thumbnail of this video. The first tier of 1 was at 31. The next one was like at 109. That's ridiculous. And especially considering their stance on hero acquisition, their original stance was new characters would not be available in the Star Collection until the season that they were introduced was over. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the first character ever released post-launch at Season 1, would not be available in the Star Collection until Season 2. They walked this back because they got a lot of negative feedback, which rightfully so. Rightfully so. Seasons are 2 to 3 months long. But now it's season 2. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan Gotenks, and God of Destruction Topo are all in the Hero Collection. But 2 of those, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Gotenks, are in the Tier 1, while Topo's in. Never mind. Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and God of Destruction Topo are in the Tier 1, while Super Saiyan Gotenks got moved down to Tier 2. It's gonna take way too long to get these new characters if they're implemented like this, and that's what really made the true problem of the Star Collection. Is it would take way too long to complete it if you're a free-to-play player, because they give out too little Zenny and hero memories. And because it would take too long to acquire new characters. So once you hit, I don't know, like 30s, 40s in the Star Collection, you were kind of stuck. And this was made even worse because they would retroactively add the characters to this old Tier 1. So if you're an old player that had been playing a while, you've been upgrading your Star Collection, and you went past this and you already, let's just say you picked, I don't know, Cell, hit 18, you cannot go back. So you were retroactively punished for upgrading the Star Collection. That's why it was just a bad system overall. And that's why I'm glad that they're changing it. However, since they do say this, that you will not be able to instantaneously get new heroes or hoard resources to instantly get heroes, is still odd. Like, I feel like if a player wants to, let's just say they make it so you can get characters with Zenny now. If a person wants to hoard at like 10,000 Zenny, let them. I don't understand what the issue is with that. Whatever new system that they're implementing, I imagine Zenny is still going to be a core part of it, as hero memories are. So they're still setting back their count, kind of, because 10,000 Zenny is a lot, and they're using it for one character. That may not necessarily get them enough upgrades for that to have been worth it. And I think that's the main issue, is that players feel they won't just have access to these new characters, especially when these new characters are as strong as they are. I mean, look at Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who's probably the best tank in the game, and Ultimate Gohan, who's by far the best support in the game, and might be just the best character in the game. Who knows how strong legendary Super Saiyan Broly will be if he's also potentially the strong damage dealer in the game. The free-to-play players are going to feel screwed because they're not going to have access to the characters for months, and by the time they do have access to them, these characters are going to be super nerfed, while some new character that's locked for them is just completely dominating the game. So the long-term goal, I still think getting rid of the Star Collection and making hero acquisition easier is a good change. These are also good changes, just these 2 lines here just have me a bit worried about this new system that they plan to implement. But the short-term improvements do all sound good, and seeing and implementing a weekly rotating hero star reward a hero is awesome. I've been saying for a while that the game needs to be giving out characters. I literally had a rant in a video that's supposed to come out today that I'm pushing back to Saturday about the hero acquisition, the Star Collection system. I think it literally said they will not remove it, and wow, they did. I think in that video I literally was saying they should have given out God of Destruction Topo for free. You can have unhyped characters in the game. I would not imagine Topo was hyped for people. But you could bring players back into the game if you made some way to make him free, like the Bulma event, the Hercule event. And I understand, yeah, the main reason why they're still on this stance and why they didn't want to give Topo for free. I assume this game makes most of its monies from its emotes, MVPs, and free characters. There's 2 limited skins, 2 low amount of skins in the game, and 2 low great quality ones for skins to be the constant factor of income for them. While all the emotes, all the MVPs, all the victory screens, all are, I think, well done, and that's why you see them in like every match. Even if some players might have just got lucky, how many times have you seen a legendary intro in the game? Especially for these newer characters, people spend money on them. So that's how they make most of the money. So I understand why they don't want this to be in the game, because if players can just save up resources, well, that's a large amount of income for them. But I still wish they would kind of kneel a bit on this ideology. But more free characters, This is going to be good for, obviously, everyone that have the characters, but also because this should reward you with 5,000 hero memories. We just saw this with Vegeta and Piccolo, because they're giving Vegeta and Piccolo out for free for new free-to-play players. And because of that, they gave it to everyone, so if you already own them, you got 5,000 hero memories. So, we don't know how this new system will change, so I would still recommend probably saving upgrading the hero collection, or the star collection, just to see exactly how they change it. But if these new hero memories do give you the 5,000, alright, getting in the free heroes gives you the 5,000 hero memories, you can get pretty far in the star collection, so that will always be a good thing. And plus, we're going to be receiving more hero collections, or hero memories, so it'll be increasing. This should also make getting the achievement of getting one character to level 8 easier, because that achievement just seemed impossible. If they're getting adding more rewards more events that reward Zenny and hero memories, that's always a good thing. The Zenny should be the Hercule event. Hero memories, we haven't had an event like this, but I did a video covering like what the roadmap was saying, and there is a new event that they were saying in the Season 2 roadmap. I can link the video in the description of me talking about it, but as I go look for it here, there should be something right about here. Yeah. So you can see new events planned as well as the skin on the knife. I don't know if the event is exactly coming out on the knife, but it lines up perfectly with the knife. I'd imagine it's an event that gives you increased hero memories. That's what I would imagine. I still think if they're going to run the hero memories, they should run the Hercule event. But if they're adding more events that reward any hero memories, I'm sure they'll do both. So, good change. Upgrading the items daily available from the daily shop. Sure. I mean, the original plan was the more characters you unlock, the more gets added to the daily shop, and the more characters you have, the more hero memories drop. If you get 30 characters, you would get 3 drops of hero memories. So that could be either 3 different characters getting hero memories, one being the character that you're playing, or it could all, if you get lucky, all 3 being for the one character that you're playing. And then same thing the daily shop. If you own 24 characters, you would get an extra slot for things to buy. I don't know how impactful this change will be. It's mostly every other change. The free hero from weekly missions, the increased hero memories from battle results, more events with Zenny and hero memories, and increasing Zenny available for reading the news. So if you guys are not aware, if you read the news in-game, every post gets 100 Zenny. There are some times, like when they did the emergency maintenance, that they gave it 1,000. I don't know why they can't do Zenny and Dragon Gems. Like, I don't know why they're so stingy with Dragon Gems, but sure, I get it. They don't want to give players enough resources to be able to hoard them so they can just buy a new character. Like, I imagine if there's probably going to be a bunch of players that when eventually, I don't know, Gogeta are added, Season 5, Season 6, whatever. If you had been saving up all your Dragon Gems since then, there's going to be players that get them free. But more Zenny is always good, considering it ties into everything else with the Star Collection, but that's still going away. We have no idea what they're planning to replace it with, but I do find it funny that this is Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra's 3rd attempt at making a shop system for players. If you guys are not aware, during the game's first open beta, when it was Project Multi, shout out Ryukoi for the thumbnail, they had this. As you can see, you know, it still has the Zenny, it still has the Dragon Gem, still has a shop, but there's also this purple currency. And this purple currency was used exclusively for character unlocks. And if you're wondering why these characters have 2s and why he doesn't own Trunks, Gohan, Cooler, it's because you had instead of the Star Collection where every time you upgraded a character you move on this kind of Battle Pass type system, you would have a shop level. Everything in this game could be upgraded, from skins, to helpers, to stamps, to emotes. Everything could have been upgraded in the same way they upgraded heroes now. And you would have to do that until you got to shop level 2, and then you would have access to buying Trunks, Piccolo, Cooler, and Gohan. Piccolo was on the free rotation during the first week, so you did not have access to Trunks, Cooler, and Gohan. This system was also terrible. Yeah, it was good that there's a separate currency to buy characters. That is awesome, and the game should reintroduce that. But this shop level system was bad. Considering even in this beta, even though they were still giving a bunch of the purple currency, they were still stingy on Zenny. And polls were what determined if you were able to get to shop level 2 or not. If you get a pull of a duplicaba, it would maybe cost like 50 zenny to level 1. You do it. You pull a duplicate of a skin that you already duplicated. You get it to level 3, it'll cost 3,000 zenny. That's bad. Because you would run out of zenny before you got to shop level 2. You had to be smart with your zenny and get enough with dupes that you could get your shop level to 2. Sure, yes, once you got to shop level 2, you know, you're completely fine. You can use your purple currency to just get these characters for free. They're also stingy with dragon jumps, and I mean, look at these prices. 700 dragon jumps? Who knows what the currency and how much this would have costed in Project Multi? But I mean, this is almost triple the cost of brand new characters now. Brand new characters, 250 dragon jumps for reference. This system was bad, and all the players hated it because, you know, you were locked out of characters. Genuinely, you were locked out. It wouldn't be until the second week where Trunks, Cooler, and Gohan got added to the free week, and then they just gave everyone like 300,000 dragon gems just to go crazy with summons just to test everything. This system was also bad, because imagine this, and now, what if this was like, you needed to be shop level 4 or 5 to get characters? That'd be terrible. And just an eye, the game still always had like a star collection tracking, so if you know in the star collection, this number up here, that's at the 30, the game had always had those. I believe by the time I got to shop level 2 the first week of the beta, I was like level 50, like 54, 56 or something like that. It was dumb. The system was dumb. That's why they changed it. That's why they changed it to the star collection system. And now they're already saying, you know, 2 to 3 months post launch that they're going to get rid of the star collection system. So they're now on their third attempt at trying to make a hero acquisition system. And the solution is simple, just either reintroduce this purple currency, or just let characters be bought with zenny, including new characters. You can inflate the price of new characters, like let's say, I don't know, let's just say Topo, right? I'm trying to go off the tier 1. Let's say season 3 is out, Topo's like 5,000 zenny now. But the newest character, we'll say Goku Black, is 10,000 zenny for the first couple weeks that he's out until the next character comes out. Then, I don't know, let's say it's Super Broly. Would it add Goku Black to Star Collection, then Goku Black would be like 7k. And then 6k, 5k, blah blah blah. I think the players would be much more happy with that than still being locked out of new characters for weeks. If you're locked out because you're not playing enough, then sure, that's fine. But if it's this new week, there's still the similar system of having to wait 2 to 3 weeks because they have the Star Collection, literally no way to get them free to play, then that's still bad. But this has me excited for the game. I appreciate this transparency from the developers, and it does feel good knowing that they are actually listening. Now, are there still some issues with the games? Of course, there's like the weird lag issues, you know, the amount of bots that are in the games. Who knows how long it's going to take to actually implement these changes? It says multiple seasons, so are we saying season 4? Are we saying season 3? Not season 3, season 5? Is it going to be like, how long until we see this new system? Because what if it's too little too late? Right, we're already in, like, at that point, who knows? Super Saiyan 3 Goku might still be tier 2. And we still don't have access to him, and it's going to be, like, I don't know, March? Like March, April, and we still don't have access to a character that came out 4 months ago. So I am excited for this change, and I still am super positive on the game, and I do believe the game could do well and thrive. And the Star Collection Hero Acquisition was the main thing they needed to change, and it's good that they are changing it. I just hope they do it fast enough that the game can bounce back and essentially revitalize players, because this system was bring a lot of discourse, and I think driving players away from the game, or making players want to make new accounts so they can try out these characters for free and all of those. But then they'll still get screwed over because, you know, oh, I'm getting screwed by Ultimate Gohan, I'm gonna make a new account so I can get Ultimate Gohan for free. Oh, the next character is Goku Black. Oh, well, now I should have waited. He's my favorite character. It's great that they're changing this, and I do love these short-term changes. I just hope whatever system they end up replacing the hero acquisition and the Star Collection with is better and healthier than the Star Collection and the shop level. But with that being said, that should be everything covered from this developer letter. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about the developer letter and the removal of the Star Collection. You know, I'm personally still very excited and hopeful for the future of the game. But let me guys know. Let me guys know in the comments how you guys are feeling. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!